Alright, I want to thank you all for being here today. Special thanks to Tan for choosing the location of this memorial. This is just the kind of event in which Mac would love to attend, having the clan reunited, that is. And to be honest, he is here with us in our hearts. Mac was our highest member in the clan, but I really believe he was the father of this clan. Always on vent, always talking, always waiting for people to come to him, whether it was for help, having fun, or just having a conversation. And he was always listening. I actually found myself coming to him for advice, for in-game or in real-life issues. When he joined with Tan, we had a nice conversation on vent. After a while, we ended up posting pictures of ourselves on the forums. It was funny because Max said he pictured Percy exactly the way she was on the picture, but was way off when he looked at me. When I got the chance to see how he looked like, I was very surprised too. He had a fairly deep voice, so I went for the tall built, fine brown black hair with a bit of facial hair, whether it's a beard or a mustache or, even a few days unshaved face. Pretty much a taller, thinner, tougher me. And when I got a white hair, well-built Jedi Master, it blew me off. Only thing missing was his lightsaber. We always enjoyed talking about movies. He went to the movies quite often actually. I thought I was bad at going to the movies once a week. But hearing Mac talk about the recent movies he's seen, I couldn't keep up. He must have been going twice a week. We shared interests in movies we saw and would tell each other which movies to see or not. Now I'm gonna have to read my movie reviews on a magazine again. I was able to get Percy to 72 last weekend, and I wanted Mac to see that we were working hard on our higher levels, making sure that we were catching up to him. I wanted to make him proud. Now that he's watching over us, I want to show him that we can be one of the top clans. We'll move forward together, strong and willing. Reaching clan level 7 was our first step. Now we move to bigger things. I won't forget you, Mr. Mac. You've helped me and the clan in so many ways. Thank you, and goodbye.
Well, everyone here knows Mac as the grind master. He was a pretty serious grinder, but you may not know how much he also loved just looking at the design of the game environment. We chose this area because him and I actually just stumbled on it, or actually I stumbled on it while we were grinding in the fields just across the road. And we just stood here and took it in for 2 or 3 minutes. It's just an incredible, beautiful spot. And Mac was quite moved by it too, so I decided this would be an appropriate place for him. But he didn't just play the game hard, he also worked at it hard. I mean, we'd go have a group mob in Alligator Island, and the first time we went after it, we just got owned. So we got together and we said, okay, there's a nuka here doing this, and we changed our tactics, and we went out and got owned again. It took about 4 or 5 attempts before we finally got this mob down. But, after each attempt, we checked the logs and discussed the tactics and changed them, and, after that, we had no problem taking out the entire group, and we leveled there for quite some time on these group mobs. That was his style. He didn't let any failure get him down. He just used it to learn how to succeed. He was an excellent judge of character. I mean, the few people in this clan that he was suspicious of, were found out to be botting or buying a diener and stuff, and were quickly dismissed. But he's proud of each and every one of you. I mean, him and I, would talk about, how people are doing, and how Lucian was coming along, or how Elite was doing, or Rinth. And he saw potential in every one of you, and the potential of this clan, which is why we stayed here. The potential growing pains we saw coming, and we're now experiencing, is something we also discussed. But we knew that the leadership of Marrow and Purse and the character of the people in this clan were strong enough to make it through it. Mac was definitely a man of character, commitment, and honesty. I mean, as a friend, he was always there. And if you got on his bad side, he was unstoppable. We went after that situation with the Silent Islanders where they PK'd his Mac Morrill. He just went after him with gusto. And of course, Lucien and I helped out too, but we couldn't approach what Mac was doing to those guys. And they just backed off and said, no, we don't know more of you. And that, more than anything, has kept a lot of people from messing with this clan. He also loved helping the new players. I mean, he was much more patient than I would have been. And he's making sure everyone learned how to achieve their potential, which was sometimes quite painful. When he first took me into some areas, man, he pushed me to the limit. I mean, I was screaming at him, going, I can't do this anymore. And he just laughed and encouraged me. After about a year of playing, actually Mac and I have been playing together for about a year and a half and grinding constantly, we developed a technique where, we didn't even have to discuss what we were doing. I mean, I knew what he would do, he knew what I would do, and we'd just do it. It was like pure magic there for a while. He was a really, really good friend, and I'm going to miss him a lot.